Don't know any major halftime adjustment, any major speech. Just, Henderson comes out, hits the 2 threes right off when it was kind of tough in the second. But what'd you say to him, or did you just kind of let him be at the half?
I just said, I just said to them that we just gotta hit shots. I don't think we were taking terrible shots. They just didn't go in, and we just had to believe in. If you continue to take good shots, they're gonna go in. And I thought us just being aggressive. Even if we didn't make shots at the basket, it afforded us to get rebounds and kickouts for rhythm threes, and Henny hit a couple of them. Zaya got going a little bit. And then, Aliyyah she's good. She's good. She's good. You get her the basketball, she delivers. She's passing it. She's rebounding. She's scoring. She's doing Aliyyah. She's doing Aliyyah things.
Any other questions for Coach? David and then Corey.
Yeah, Dawn, just to kind of follow up on that, for Aliyyah to come out tonight and accomplish this before it's even halftime, coming out of what does it take for a player to just come out of the locker room pregame and just immediately flip that switch? And it seems like Aliyyah just consistently does that. Is the consistency to find that, is that also hard for a player to do?
Yeah, it's hard for just normal players. Aliyyah, she was actually like that when I watched her when we were recruiting her. She would get tired, but she would never stop. And I thought that was you obviously you look at things that come off the page. She makes shots, she talks, but it is that when her back is against the wall, she continues to fight through. I saw that at a very young age in her. And when you see that, you know the other side of that. If she's not in that position, if she's in shape, she'll be able to get to all that other stuff. And that's who she is. She wants to win. She's figured it out. She's figured it out. And there's no other there's no other comfort in a player knowing that you know what somebody's going to do. You got to counter to what they're going to do. If they counter that, you got another counter. So it's beautiful. It doesn't happen. It happens over time. But she forced it to happen for her. And that's what people don't see. They don't see what she does behind closed doors. They don't see what she does behind, when the coaches aren't there. She's constantly working, and she's constantly just adding to her game. And, it's beautiful that we can see it happen in such a short period of time.
David, and then back to
It's really harder for bigs to do it, super hard. So it's a little easier for guards to do it because they get the ball and they they can dribble, they can handle, they can be decision makers. But to see what a big transform her game in 2.5 years is incredible.
Dawn A&M's a real good three-point shooting team. Y'all held them to 9 shots. They only made 2 of them. Just what was the secret right there? How much of a focus was taking that shot away from them going into the
Well, A&M doesn't take a whole lot of them. They're accurate at them. So we wanted to just limit the amount of attempts that they usually take. We wanted to just kind of speed them up and make them play a little bit faster and to us. I thought we did that all night. I thought we just, they made some tough shots, but they had to take those tough shots. And, we forced them to do that. So after the first half, you hold a team to 24 points, you're doing your job. I told our team at halftime, 24 points is pretty darn good. It's the 26 that's killing us. So we had to put a little bit more points on the scoreboard.
Hey, Dawn, have you learned anything about your bench, maybe that you didn't know before with a couple games without Letitia? I know she's usually the first one off of the bench, but with her absence, have you seen anything or some different rotations or anything that could be beneficial to this team moving forward?
Yeah, we're trying to play them. We really are trying to play them because they are a lot better in practice. And that doesn't mean that's going to be an immediate, transition to games. But slowly, there are some really good things that are happening that we need to build their confidence. There's also some stuff that's happening out there that, they have to continue to work on. But we didn't have anything. Now we have something to build on. And practice is number one, and then once they get into the game, and it's hard because everybody's healthy now, especially on the perimeter. So you gotta see who's in a groove in practice, who we're gonna try. Like Breezy's been playing incredibly well. So we knew going into the game she was gonna be the first one, and then we tried to get in some other people, Anaya, in the first half, a little bit of Littleton. And then we didn't play Rivers in the first half, so we were like, let's see what she's got. And then, she fortunately, she was playing with 4 other starters, so you're going to look a little bit better than having, 2 or 3 newbies out there.
Just a quick follow-up on Letitia. Are you expecting her back next game, or do you have a timeline for her return at this point?
I think she's good to go the next game. She actually, in her mind, was ready to go today, but.
Any other questions for Coach? In front to Augusta?
I'm seeing a stat right now. It's the first time in 22 seasons that a team has beaten 5 different national championship head coaches in a single season. I just wanted to ask, with playing all of these highly ranked teams, highly notable teams, all these coaches, seeing all of them, what does that do for the confidence that you're building right now, especially like you said with a young bench and just the returners that you have? Just what does that do for the confidence that you have at this point right now with a stat like this?
We certainly don't go digging for stats like that.
Oh, I just saw on ESPN, so.
We just take 2 less turnovers. We'll just take 2 less indecisive plays. I told our team this. I told especially our younger players, that they really don't have to look outside of who they lace them up with every day to get what you need to get. Like your favorite players should be in this room, because all of them have done something that should be impressive to you. And that's even, I'm not just talking young players to older players. It is older players to older players. There are people that's on our team that do some incredible stuff, that have endured, that have persevered. Henny, 2 years ago when Aliyyah and Zaya and Bree, they were freshmen, she played well enough to start. Like, really, she was kicking everybody's butt. But for the sake of the team and the makeup of the team, I asked her to come off the bench. 2 years later, she's our star. She's been the starting point guard for the last 2 years. So there are instances that happen and experiences that happen on people on this team that some of those players are in that position if they just stay the course and just enjoy their journey, embrace it, because it's not always going to be good. Like Aliyyah makes it look good every day she comes out, but her journey was, the first 2 games of the season she didn't score in double figures. So she just stayed the course. So those I want our younger players to look at those experiences to say, hey, if I just keep doing this, if I just keep hanging in there, I'm going to be impressive. I want to be that person in the locker room that somebody can look up to. And then I can explain my journey to them, and it helps them along the way. So that's what it's doing, I hope, if I answered your question.
Thank you. Is there anything else for Coach?
Thank you all.